Ladies and gentlemen, the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, has finally responded to Raila Odinga's statement, saying that during the Gen Z's protests across the country, Uhuru Kenyatta personally called Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila also explained how Uhuru Kenyatta was involved in the formation of President William Ruto's broad-based government. I can easily read the tone of Uhuru Kenyatta's response to Raila Odinga's remarks. I can assure you that Uhuru is not happy at all. So could there be a possibility that Raila Odinga was lying in his statement? Let me give you the full details in this analysis. So even before we begin, if you are here for the first time and you haven't subscribed to this channel, I want you to take only 1 second or two and hit the subscribe button down below for you to be able to receive more political updates from this channel. You can also hit the like button down below. It is important so that YouTube can recommend this video in particular and this entire channel to reach out to more people, because I believe that is the only way that we can improve in this channel. So let us proceed, and I want us to begin right from here. Another kind request, I want you to follow this analysis to the end so that you can understand what exactly is going on and the fallout between Uhuru and Raila Odinga. Yesterday, Raila Amolo Odinga attended the funeral service of Mzee Chirchir Masit, that is in Elgeyo Marakwet County. There are two very, very important reasons as to why Raila had to attend that event. Number one, it is because of Irene Masit, the former IEBC commissioner. It turns out that Mzee Chirchir Masit is the father of Irene Masit. Unfortunately, Irene Masit missed out her father's burial. Why? Because Irene Masit currently is still in exile. Because Irene Masit, during the previous 2022 general elections, she was among the Cherera 4 who were supporting Raila Odinga. So immediately Raila lost, they were claiming that their life was in danger. So they had to escape. They are still receiving messages of threats up to date. And that is why during that event, Oscar Sudi was begging Irene Masit to return to the country. But she can't do that. So basically here, Irene Masit sent Raila Odinga with a very important information to deliver during that funeral service. And that is why Raila personally had to attend. Number two, Raila Odinga had to attend because Raila had a very, very important message to the Kalenjin nation about his political deal with President William Samoei Ruto. Because currently, Raila is supporting the government, despite the fact that they have made it public, both Raila and William Ruto, that there is no any political agreement between ODM and Kenya Kwanza / UDA. So Raila Odinga wanted to explain to this, all about these issues, to the Kalenjin nation. And I've listened to Raila Odinga's speech over and over again. Raila Odinga made a very good speech during that event. The speech of Raila Odinga was just amazing. However, during Raila Odinga's speech, Raila Odinga mentioned something very strange about Uhuru Kenyatta. And again, let me repeat that I have always admired Uhuru Kenyatta's politics. Uhuru Kenyatta plays a very, very unique politics in the Republic of Kenya. And you cannot understand, you cannot predict Uhuru Kenyatta's next political move, because Uhuru is always silent. You will never hear Uhuru Kenyatta anywhere in public talking about any political move. Despite Uhuru Kenyatta's silence, his presence in politics is always felt. And that is why Uhuru Kenyatta's name is always mentioned by prominent leaders. Like in the case of Raila Odinga here. So according to Raila Odinga's statement, which I will also read for you and play for you Raila Odinga's video, Raila Odinga says that Uhuru Kenyatta was largely involved in the formation of President William Ruto's broad-based government to end the Gen Z's protests. Basically, what Raila Odinga means is that even Uhuru Kenyatta supports President William Ruto's broad-based government. Even before I read for you the statement and play for you Raila Odinga's clip, let me just ask you, do you agree with Raila Odinga's statement? Do you really think that Uhuru Kenyatta supports William Ruto's broad-based government? According to me, I want to totally disagree with Raila Odinga on this one. Because first of all, if you can still remember very well during the Gen Z's protests, Uhuru Kenyatta himself and his very, very close allies, both in Azimio, like Kalonzo and Martha Karua, Eugene Wamalwa, and the rest, and also in his Jubilee Party, Jeremiah Kioni, and the rest, was supporting the Gen Z's protests. And that is why they opposed completely any form of dialogue with President William Ruto to end the Gen Z's protests. Their message was very clear that there is no dialogue. There is no time for dialogue. They need action. That was their message. It was only Raila Amolo Odinga who was the first to support President William Ruto's dialogue. Thanks to Raila Odinga, because he never ever changed his mind. Immediately Raila Odinga supported President William Ruto's dialogue. This is this message from Uhuru Kenyatta through Jeremiah Kioni in a statement telling Raila Odinga this: the working report, the Ndungu report, TGRC report, the Building Bridges report, the National Dialogue Committee report, they were all done under dialogue. How many more? The writing is on the wall. So they were among the leaders who were saying that Ruto must go. But Raila Odinga himself stood up and said, look here, people, if William Ruto will go, then Rigathi Gachagua will take over. if President William Ruto will go, the military will take over and the country will mess up completely. So Ruto must stay. So according to me personally, the only person who saved William Ruto is Raila Amolo Odinga. Without Raila Odinga, William Ruto hangetoboa. Basically, what Raila Odinga was trying to do was to sanitize Uhuru Kenyatta. But it was not possible. Immediately, Raila Odinga agreed to work with William Ruto in the broad-based government, including Raila Odinga making a move to release his ODM leaders to be part of William Ruto's cabinet. The Gen Z's protests are now over completely. I mean, just look at the previous Nane demonstrations, which failed terribly. Even yesterday, on Tuesday, there were no Gen Z's protests. Let me read for you this statement which says, the much hyped Nane demonstrations failed to take off. In all counties except Nairobi. Even here in Nairobi, the turnout was very, very poor. It proceeds to say that how Raila and William Ruto's deal deflated the Gen Z's protests. And if you can still remember also, immediately the ODM leaders were appointed by William Ruto to be part of Ruto's cabinet. Uhuru Kenyatta was also opposing that move. And the media had announced about all this issue very clearly. Let me just show you on the screen the headline from The Nation, which talks about Uhuru Kenyatta's hand in Raila / William Ruto's formation of the cabinet. That is exactly how Raila Odinga was lying. So just listen to this statement by Raila Odinga, which says, when the country was burning during the Gen Z's protests, former President Uhuru Kenyatta called me and asked me to reach out to President William Ruto and find a solution to the issues being raised by the Gen Zs. Just listen to Raila Odinga.
Sasa ile nchi inachomeka, Uhuru ndiye alinipiga mimi simu. Uhuru akaniambia mimi tafuta bwana Ruto, ongea na yeye. Kenya ikichomeka tutakuwa na nchi nyingine. Mpaka hii tuzime hii moto, watu waketi chini. Gesi magazeti hapa wanaandika sijui nini, Raila na Ruto handshake. Hakuna handshake. Hakuna handshake. Kile tulisema, mimi niliongea na Ruto nikamwambia shida iko hapa. Hawa watu wako ambao wameweka pale hawajafanya kazi vile wananchi wanataka. Wananchi wameudhika, unaona haya sasa vijana wamejitokeza. Na vijana wakaniambia mimi, wewe baba, kaa nyumbani. Usitoke, umefanya ya kutosha. Wache sisi tuendelee. Sasa hawa vijana sio ndio wazimu. Nataka hii maneno yatatuliwe. Hawa watu ambao wameweka pale yote hawajafanya kazi sawa sawa. Ndio sababu hasira iko nyingi namna hii. Na tena hawa askari yako wanatumia nguvu zaidi. Wanapiga watu risasi, watu ambao hawana silaha.
The statement by Raila Amolo Odinga was strongly opposed by very many leaders in the country, both from the opposition side and in the Kenya Kwanza Alliance. And Raila Odinga posted that particular video. If you go to that video and read the comment section, how Kenyans slammed Raila Odinga's statement, saying that it was all a lie. Meaning even Kenyans knew that Raila Odinga was lying. But we are all interested in Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's response to Raila Odinga. So let me read for you the statement from Uhuru Kenyatta, which represents the Kenyattas. As I have always talked about this issue in this channel, that Uhuru Kenyatta communicates indirectly because you will never hear Uhuru Kenyatta speaking in public. But he will always play his politics secretly. But the message will be delivered to the person intended to. So this is the statement from Uhuru Kenyatta through Jeremiah Kioni, the Secretary General from Jubilee, who says that Raila Amolo Odinga should leave Uhuru Kenyatta out of his terrible political mess. Uhuru Kenyatta is not in the Kenya Kwanza Alliance government and does not support William Ruto. That was a direct message from Uhuru through Jeremiah Kioni. First of all, I want to disagree with Uhuru and support Raila Odinga on this one. Because at least Raila Amolo Odinga saved the country and solved the issues of the Gen Zs. It means that some people tried that this country must burn. Let me ask you, how exactly did Raila Odinga mess? Raila Odinga solved the issue here. And number two, in this particular message, ladies and gentlemen, clearly tells you the fallout between the former head of state, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and Raila Amolo Odinga. These two leaders, both Uhuru and Raila Odinga, are not really in good terms. Ever since Raila Odinga made a decision to exit the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance. According to people, they are saying that Raila Odinga disrespected Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. But that is the main reason as to why these two leaders will always disagree. There's no more handshake, brothers. I don't know what you think. I want to know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. What can you say about Raila Odinga's remarks? What can you say about Uhuru Kenyatta's response? Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more political updates. Let me see you again in my next video analysis. Remember, my name is Jason and have a good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.